At what point did Suge Knight start coming around?
We met Suge, I want to say, around the Billboard Awards. I want to say that. Around the Billboard Awards in 19... Yeah, it had to be about 94, 95.
So Suge came around, and then when did you start getting really affiliated with Suge and Death Row?
Suge came around, and he taught us about the business a lot.
Okay.
And although we had sold a gang of albums, there was no signs that we were more successful than we sold 100.
So you guys were all broke?
Basically, I mean, we went through the thing that artists go through. You're just unaware of what's going on. We're just happy to be in public and selling millions of records and just having fun.
Well, and I assume that when you guys stepped into that office for the first time and signed a record deal that same day, essentially, it was not the best record deal.
No. Oh, no. It's terrible. Probably one of the worst. I mean, but, if there's no manual to set you up for anything. Yeah. You're just happy to be there, and you're just happy to okay, well, I don't know what's going to happen. You never could imagine the kind of success that we had coming. We were just guys doing what we love to do.
And you guys were just teenagers?
Yeah, we were teenagers. And we were teenagers.
So then what does Suge do?
Suge came in at a time, and he explained to us what the business was about. He never asked us for anything. He just like, I like you guys, and, Snoop they were fans of Jodeci, and we're fans of Snoop and Dre, and he made the connection between us and Death Row, and, he started educating us on the business. Because we go around Snoop and them, they got 10, 12 cars and jewelry, and we just like, at the time we were just neck and neck in record sales, and we looking at them, how they living and how we living, and it wasn't adding up.
Yeah.
So we started asking questions, and nobody was giving us straight answers, and it was just, okay, well, listen, let me help you guys.
Okay.
And that's just how the whole Death Row, Suge Knight, Jodeci relationship started.
Right. And Suge has a reputation of, quote unquote, helping people out of their bad record deal situations. In fact, that's how he started, with the Vanilla Ice situation, and then with the Dr. Dre and Easy situation.
Right.
So now you have Suge helping you out of your record situation.
Right.
Do you think he strong-armed his way into a better deal for you guys?
All depends on what you call strong arm. I mean, it's like if somebody takes something from your little brother, you want to get it back. He wanted to get it back, and they wouldn't give it back. What would you do? I mean, how would you get it back?
Well,
you wouldn't write him a love letter. I mean, it's like...
Right. Well, you either do it legally or you do it with force.
Right. I mean, I just think that he was wise enough to know how far to go, and he was educated enough to know how to sit down and talk. I've witnessed both sides of him being angry and him being, a politician. So, I've never witnessed him resort to violence on our behalf. No, I've heard stories and stuff, but on our behalf, I've never seen him resort to violence. I've seen him sit down and have an educated conversation with lawyers and record companies.
Okay.
Maybe a little heated at times, but they were, they came across as how they're supposed to.
Okay, because I remember the first time that I heard Jodeci affiliated with Death Row was Devontae did a song on Tupac's All Eyes on Me.
Right.
Was that the beginning, or were you guys already messing with each other at that point?
We did the first song we did with them was Murder Was the Case.
Aha.
We did Come Up to My Room with the Dog Pound.
Right.
That was
okay.
That was the first record that we did with them.
Okay.
Then we just started doing like production stuff around with certain artists at the studio.
Right.
And then Pac came around after that. Later on after that.
Okay, right. And then Casey and JoJo did Toss It Up.
Toss It Up, yeah.
One of Pac's best songs.
Mm-hmm.
So how well did you know Tupac, and how much work did you guys do together?
I got to know him very well. We had a couple of in-depth conversations. I mean, I got to know him very well. Because he bought How Do You Want It? He bought the idea to me first, and he's like, I want to put Jodeci on this record because he was singing the hook actually at first.
Oh, Tupac did the Toss It Up hook?
No, he was How Do You Want It?
Oh, How Do You Want It?
How do you want it? He was singing a deep baritone. How do you want it? How do you? And he said, I don't like my voice in that. I was like, it sounded good because it sounded really eerie. Huh. And it was a whole different vibe, but it sounded eerie. He said, man, I just want y'all to do something to it. So that's when I called K and Joe. I was like, hey man, Tupac want to do this record, and so we got to the studio. And if you listen to the record real close, I kept his voice in there. He told me to take it out, but his voice is the bottom voice in there.
Oh, so Tupac is actually underlying on the chorus.
Yeah, and How Do You Want It? Yeah, so
that's so crazy.
And I mixed him in with the harmony, but it worked because I knew the vision he was going with the song, and he just we put the harmony over it and made it sound big. And the verse he had originally, he went back and did it over. He said, y'all crushed me on that. I'm gonna do my verses. But I wish I told somebody to release all the verses that he didn't put out because he would go back and if if he felt like you outshine on the song, he would go back and rewrite his verse. But yeah, his verses were so dope on like all the material he had. But he would go back and rewrite it real quick. So,
right.
Yeah.
I mean, I've talked to various people about Tupac's work ethic, and they said that he had this feeling that he needed to hurry up and get as much music out as possible because he didn't think he was going to be around for that long.
He would write like that. I mean, verses would just come like that.
So you
I
saw
witnessed
it.
that for myself, yeah.
So you were there producing with him, and he's just
like that. I mean,
yeah. And I heard he would get mad at producers that weren't quick enough.
He would get. I saw him get aggravated when it was things that he didn't know about, like the production side of it. Mm-hmm. Like if he didn't understand something in the studio, and then he saw that you was a little frustrated because someone near a piece of equipment, he would get angry. But he was just really passionate about what he did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys have more songs I heard that you guys did together that never came out?
No, I didn't do any more with him. I just worked on How Do You Want It with him, and just other stuff around Death Row. But just Tupac is the only one I really worked hand in hand with.
Okay.